we've got another building project, and here it is. It's going to be a Thai kitchen. In that corner there will be a bathroom, and the rest of the area, now we had considered having a bedroom here, but it's likely to end up being all storage. The guys made quite a lot of progress. You can see we have a number of windows in the place. At the moment it is protected from the sun by the big house. We've had it built out of ordinary concrete blocks, not the cube blocks. That's been done to keep down the cost to an extent, but the reality is that we will not be spending all that much time in the building. It's not like we'll be there all day, and all the windows are mosquito netting, and it's going to be quite nice, I think. We have a sliding door. But as you can see, access is somewhat limited at the moment because of the old house. My wife will be able to get in there, but I'll struggle. But the reality is that immediately behind the wall of the old house there is our only presently functioning bathroom. So we can't knock this down just yet. The hope is that the big house will be finished so that we can move in there around about the same time as the Thai kitchen building is finished, and we can use both at the same time then. Still thinking of what to do with the old house. I would like to have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom as additional bedrooms for visitors, because you've got quite a big family over here, and to give them a degree of comfort which they haven't had when they visited us before. The electricians came, and when they came, the building crew we already had were hindered to an extent, but because they're not lazy people, they found things to do, and they painted the outside of the house on one side just to do something constructive at the time. My pump is busy working away. At present we have 8 workers, 4 men, 4 women, and the women have been occupied in the last couple of days by painting the interior of the house. The soffits are complete all the way around the house. I don't know, these were complete at the last visit I made to this side of the house. The white stuff you see on the front of the house now is not as was translated to me. I don't think it's protecting mould or anything. Certainly in the UK, when new concrete and new cement is put on a wall as a render, we normally wait a while for it to weather, because the alkalinity of the cement will tend to affect certainly our British type paints, masonry paints. So we let them weather a while for the surface to sort of cool down. I think this is a preparation like an undercoat so that the masonry coat takes better. Somebody mentioned my steps in a comment. These steps actually sum up my building crew completely. I had asked them at short notice to extend them so that they wouldn't be as steep. They did that, and the concrete was delivered in the dark, and they had to make these steps using the headlights of my Chalk D pickup truck. They worked until gone 7:30, I think it was, in the evening, 7:45, something like that. It showed their willingness to work. So this is a sign of just how good they are rather than how bad they are. Also, of course, if they did work on the steps, they could not use them as a means of access to the house. And they're doing a lot of work inside the house. The columns have been filled in with Q blocks and then painted with this undercoat thing. And it looks quite nice. I was wrong about the lounge. The ceiling is completed. He finished it off yesterday afternoon. Walls have all been painted. The lounge itself is about 7.5 meters by 4.5 meters wide. There was going to be a sort of built-in wardrobe type thing in that space in the corner, but we decided we'd get rid of it. We just have extra space. I'm not sure what my wife has planned for it. Probably a cupboard of some sort will go there. This is our bedroom. Again, all been painted inside. Very cool this morning, but it's only 8:15. And of course there are no windows in at the moment. So it's quite airy. The breeze is blowing from the kitchen side of the house. This is going to be obviously the bathroom. And again, quite a large area for a wardrobe or some such thing in the corner. The bedroom is particularly big, unlike the small bedroom at the other side of the house. This is the view from the front door and the porch area. We're quite high up. I think it's very, very good. Very good. Nice little place to sit. Been looking at chairs this morning. I prefer comfortable chairs rather than benches. But that will be resolved later. I expect my wife will win the argument, but there we are. We're almost certainly going to have the television on that wall, which we're looking at now. Camera went a bit wonky on me then, turned away. This is the smallest bedroom and it's only 3 meters by 3 meters. Again, been painted, ceiling's complete. Here is the associated bathroom. It's not en suite because you have to get out of the bedroom to go around the corner to get into the bathroom. So, but it means that visitors to the house, when they're inside the house, can use this as a toilet and not have to go into a bedroom. This is going to be my mother-in-law's room. It's quite a bit bigger than the other little bedroom we have. I think it's actually 4 meters by 4 meters. Surprising what the extra half meter does in terms of space. And this is where her bathroom will be, ensuite. And you can see that it has already been tiled, mostly tiled. And looks rather nice. We want light tiles in the house. Because we want to keep it out of the sun. We want to keep it dark and light at the same time. Now we come to the kitchen area. This is being painted. It's a reasonable size, it's okay. There's room for a small table and chairs and our big fridge. Only room for a cooking range, gas hob type thing, and a single sink. If my wife has it in her head, she definitely wants a double sink, but she's got that in the Thai kitchen. I want the big fridge up here. I'm going to buy a small fridge for the Thai kitchen. I don't fancy going down the steps into another building if I want a cold drink. And when I eat Thai food, she can make it down there. And when I have Farang food, well, we'll eat it here. And that's it. This is the first visit. Only the third time I've actually been in the house. I don't know if I'm superstitious. I wanted to get on a bit first. It's lovely and bright in here now at the moment. The sun is coming up, as you can imagine, at this time of day. And more than adequate light, especially with these white walls. The colour of the walls is smoky white, though I challenge anybody to tell me the difference in the different shades of white paint that you can have. White is white as far as I'm concerned, and that's it. The tiles on the floor, they'll be very similar to those you saw in the bathroom. They will be white with a small pattern, a black pattern in them. I don't like the gaudy type things that Thais go in for. The only bit of really frivolous decoration that we will have will be on the porch area itself. The centerpiece will be a patterned area comprising 4 tiles and a sort of centerpiece type thing. It look okay. I'm not worried about that. Keeps the wife happy, that's all that matters. And there we are. You're able now to see we have a large number of PowerPoints, 4 on that wall, 1 there, 2 there, 2, and 5 the other side. I say we always need PowerPoints for our different types of equipment. Back to the bedroom. Make sure I'm kitted out for my computer. They're behind those boards. There's a couple behind there. And there's 2 on the wall there. And there's 3 on the wall over here. So lots and lots of PowerPoints, which I think any house needs. And that's about it. You're up to date. As I say, there are 8 people working here. 2 of the boys are still doing the decoration on the outside of the house. Women primarily on decorating. Captain Marvel is the guy who's doing the tiles in the bathrooms. I can't guess how long we'll be before we can move in. but I'm pretty sure it's going to be about less than a month, just about a month, something like that. By which time, hopefully, our Thai kitchen will be completed as well. Then the intention is the family come back to us and we can start demolishing the old house. So thank you for watching. I don't think anything dramatic is going to happen today. Oh, I should mention, I was wondering whether or not to mention it. I've had several hundred people look at the videos, and most people are decent people. But of course you get the occasional idiot. A little bit about me. I'm familiar with Thailand, having 30 years experience of it. I've been married to a Thai for 22 years. We lived in the UK in one of the best houses in my town. She supported me because she was working when I was essentially retired. And when we transferred money to Thailand, we did so on a 50-50 basis, not for personal reasons, but for tax purposes and benefit purposes as well. I am still a UK taxpayer, not having emigrated. My status is now that of a man on holiday. I sent a lot of money to my wife's account. She has paid for her own Toyota Yaris car and everything associated with the house. That's everything. The builder's costs and all materials she's paid for. The reason being is that the Thai government don't want foreigners to invest their own money in the country for money laundering purposes and all sorts of things. So my wife has the house in her name and she's paid for everything in it. I have a lot of money in my own account, but I've been careful. I don't want my wife to die before me, but I have a 30-year lease on the house, which will take me up to 106. So I'm not going to lose any sleep about me having nowhere to live. You always get the idiots who don't have the least chance ever of moving to Thailand or do anything like I've done here. I shouldn't have responded to them, I suppose, but the vast majority of people are decent people, and this video, series of videos, has been made to help anybody who has intentions to build over here. Simple as that. My invitation to visit here is still open if anybody wants to come and see the house, and of course after it's built they can still come and see it if they want to. We've learned some lessons on the way, but we've not made too many mistakes. The steps by the kitchen are too steep for me. Other people can manage them, but they're too steep for me, and they should have been sideways rather than pointing out. But we have lots of land. We have adequate amount of land. Unlike some Farang people who build houses, they're lucky to have a small, tiny strip of land around the house. I've got loads of land. I don't want a farm. I don't want the work associated with the farm. By the time we finish doing everything here, it will be manageable. So one last look from the front. Captain Marvel and the other guy who are brilliant workers are down there having their breakfast. 8:30, just about. So there you have it.